Come, children, let me tell you today's story. This is the story of a cat and a butterfly. They started as strangers but ended up as wonderful friends. In a beautiful and lush jungle, many animals lived together. Among them was a cat named Mimi. Mimi was a lonely cat who often wandered alone. She didn't have any friends, and she didn't like being around others either. One day, Mimi went deep into the jungle where colorful butterflies were flying around. Mimi thought to herself, "These butterflies are so strange. They don't have homes or responsibilities. They just keep flying around aimlessly. I think they're useless." She said to herself, "I roam the jungle to understand life, but what's the point of these butterflies?" Just then, a colorful butterfly flew close to Mimi. Its shiny, vibrant wings caught Mimi's attention, but she kept her feelings hidden and said in a grumpy tone, "What are you doing here? Why are you coming so close to me?" The butterfly smiled and said, "My name is Butterfly, and I fly around the jungle to make friends." "What's your name?" Mimi replied arrogantly, "I'm Mimi. I don't like little creatures like you. You just fly with the wind all day. What do you even know about life?" The butterfly laughed softly and replied, "Mimi, you're misunderstanding us. Butterflies face challenges too, but we try to stay happy. You should try making friends too. Life feels so strange without friends." Mimi thought for a moment and said, "Friends? I don't need friends. I'm enough for myself." That night, strong winds began to blow through the jungle. Mimi was looking for a safe place to hide. Darkness surrounded her, and the wind was so fierce that the leaves were flying everywhere. Mimi crouched under a branch, but the branch was swaying dangerously with the wind. The butterfly noticed Mimi from her hiding spot and immediately understood her situation. The butterfly thought to herself, "Mimi didn't want to be friends with me, but should I help her now?" After listening to her heart, the butterfly decided, yes, taking the first step in friendship is never wrong. The butterfly flew over to Mimi and said, "Mimi, why are you sitting here? The strong wind can be dangerous for you. Don't you have a safe place?" Mimi sighed deeply and replied, "I don't have a home. I live alone in this jungle." The butterfly said, "Come with me. I'll show you a place that's safe and sturdy for you." The butterfly led Mimi to an old but sturdy tree with a small hollow space at its base. The spot was shielded from the wind. Mimi thought to herself, "This butterfly, whom I didn't like, is helping me. Maybe I was wrong about her." Mimi looked at the butterfly and said, "You're helping me, but I have nothing to give you in return." The butterfly smiled and replied, "Friendship is not about giving and taking. I just want you to understand that helping each other strengthens bonds." Mimi thanked her, and that night, she lay awake, thinking that maybe having friends wasn't such a bad idea. The next morning, the jungle was peaceful again. Suddenly, a large predatory bird flew into the jungle, hunting for butterflies. All the butterflies started flying around in panic, trying to escape. But the bird's eyes were fixed on the very butterfly who had helped Mimi the night before. The butterfly quickly flew to Mimi and said, "Mimi, the hunter bird is trying to catch me. Will you help me?" Mimi saw the bird and noticed how big and dangerous it was. But then she thought, "The butterfly helped me when I needed it. If I don't help her now, it will be wrong." Mimi calmed her nerves and said to the butterfly, "Hide here. I'll take care of the bird." Using her cleverness, Mimi came up with a plan. She stepped in front of the bird, hissing and showing her sharp claws. The predator, startled by Mimi's sudden aggression, got scared and flew away from the jungle. The butterfly was overjoyed and thanked Mimi, saying, "Mimi, you saved my life. You're not just a jungle cat to me anymore, you're my best friend. Mimi smiled and replied, and you taught me what friendship truly means. Helping and supporting each other is what friendship is all about. From that day on, Mimi and the butterfly stayed together all the time. They helped each other through challenges and became an example of friendship for the other animals in the jungle. Moral of the story is helping others and letting go of differences can make life better and more beautiful. That was today's story.